We start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video when the price was within this move, we mentioned we are not going to look for buy. We can expect the price to drop because we mentioned the price almost at the top. We don't want to buy at the top. All right. The as we can see as what we're expected the price to drop because we mentioned we can look for this one as a flat and mostly we can put this one as an internal flat in relative at 1 2 3, and this one can turn to a correction in relative to this. That's why we're expecting if this one turn to deeper correction, we can look for this big flat. All right, now I want to see how we can look for trade. Whether what we're looking for is the one we can look. I mean, this is what, as we mentioned, we want to see whether this one can turn to a deeper correction. We can look for this big flat or not. All right. Anyway, we want to see how we can look for trade. In this case, we move to daily chart. As we can see based on daily chart, first of all, after the price broke the previous low, previous top, we see we had a divergence. That's why we mentioned we don't want to buy at the top. All right. And now we want to see whether this one can turn to deeper correction, similar to any of this, or based on lower time frame, we can expect this one to put in relative to this. Maybe move to forward chart. We want to see how we can look at the chart. All right. Now we want to see whether this one can turn to a DP correction similar to what we have here. As we explained based on 1 hour chart, can we look for this flat? If we get any reversal, we can look for buy. That's why we're not interested to buy at the top. Okay. And right now I'm looking at the level which is 0.638. I want to see whether the price can break, but if the price drop to 0.638, any reversal I will be more interested to look for trade because as we can see price broke the previous top, and if this one drop a bit more we can look at this one as a running flat. How deep it can go, even the price can retest the previous low. But for me, if this one turn to deeper correction around 0.368, if I see the price cannot break, then any reversal from there, I will be more interested to look for buy. In this case, we move to 1 hour chart. And as we can see, based on 1 hour chart, we have to get, if we want to look for trade, we have to get the correction here to confirm what's the next move, either the down move or up move. But as you mentioned, if we want to look for reversal, we prefer this one turn to a deeper correction if we want to put in relative to what we have here, because we have this internally as a 1 2 3. Okay, but for me, again, if I get any correction here, the price drop around 0.638. If I see the price cannot break, then any reversal from there, I will take the trade. And how about if the price reverse from here? The only way to look for trade, we see the sharp move, flag or correction, we take the trade, may similar to what we get here. Okay, but the best things is we wait. If the price reverse sharply, we are not going to take the trade, even if the price retests the previous top, which is 0.8. We have to get the trade set up. All right. Anyway, based on what we have right now, we just wait and see what we get here. If this one turns to a correction, similar to what we draw here, mostly it can confirm for one more drop. But what we need to get a trade set up. Simply, if we see this kind of the corrective move, we cannot look for sell, similar to what we get here. All right. In longer term, the price dropped, but there was no sell setup from here. Okay, that's why we have to wait and see what we get. Then from there, we get the confirmation. Either we should look for buy or sell. In this case, we just follow the chart. And as I mentioned, for me, still I'm looking for price to drop to 0.638. It doesn't mean the price for sure will drop. This is where we're looking for it. If the price drop to this level, if we see the reversal, this is where we are more interested to look for buy. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.